Everybody's crossing the line, it seems. Spencer crosses the line because he's him, and he needs y'all to know that. Olivia crosses the line and throwing the affair up into Grace's face. And Asher, what in the world would possess you to think that this is a good idea? What's good, y'all? It's your good sis, Erica Vane, coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All-American video. And in this one, I am breaking down season 6, episode number 3. If you're not new, welcome back, boo. You know how we do. But if you are new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my All-American content and conversations. In addition to breakdowns like this, I go live every Tuesday after a new episode premieres on Monday so that we can do a live after show. And I will link the most recent one in the description box down below. Depending on when you're catching this, be sure to check the channel so that you know and can join the next live. And if you want to take it up a notch and get additional exclusive All-American content, we have a bunch of members only content like my live reactions when I watch the episodes and additional little tidbits of content that I share with members of the channel who have decided to support us in that way. So check out the memberships down next to the subscription box. You can go ahead and click the join box and it'll tell you all the options and things that are available if you would love to be a member. Now, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this because Lord have mercy, I thought I was cooling, I thought I was chilling, I thought we were like easing into like, okay, episode 3, we see y'all taking it up a notch, but we're not going too far. We having real hard conversations. We get into with the interpersonal relationships. We having people lose themselves until Asher completely jumps his ass off the cliff. Because why is Wade here? What is Wade doing here, Asher? And there's so many things that are going through my mind, and I'm recording this prior to the live stream, and I know I'm going to probably process a little bit more after we go live and I get to talk to you guys about it. But I'm struggling on so many levels because, excuse me, Mr. Asher, did you not just move your baby mama and your child, which is your family, into Crenshaw, right? You're only there because of the Bakers, but also because of the Bakers tied to Crenshaw, but also because you've been able to navigate a better relationship with Spencer and you've developed a closer relationship with Coop. What I'm alluding to, I know it seems a little not connected, but it is connected. Loyalty is what I'm looking to. I am really struggling with navigating the fact that Asher found it okay because he's up against a rock and a hard place as an assistant student damn coach to help his football team maintain their great run towards conference championship after their star quarterback, lead quarterback QB1 tears his Achilles tendon, and he's spending most of the episode trying to figure out what the hell is they gonna do, and he comes up with pulling Wade's ass out of the damn dumpster and dusting his ass off and then throwing him on the field. While it could be a smart football decision, I suppose, and that is even questionable because Wade has shown that, one, he does not hold any type of integrity. So aside from the intimidation and the goofy stuff that he was doing on a person-to-person basis and on a bully basis, he also was a part of the Garrett program in injuring other players. He also operated with poor integrity. That don't just go away just because you got fired and or you lost your scholarship and got sent your ass back home. So you going to go pick him up again out of the damn dumpster to brush him off and to bring him in to infect your program makes absolutely no damn sense to me. While a lot of people deserve second chances, there are some people in life that don't, and Wade feels like to me a person that don't. I don't give a damn how sad his eyes look. But going back to my original point, what about loyalty, Asher Adams? This is the part that makes me struggle with allyship, and I don't want to say struggle specifically with like interracial friendships, but for lack of better words, it makes me struggle because you have a front row seat or have had a front row seat to all of the trials and the tribulations that have played out specifically within Spencer's life. This man not only was a problem on the field, but also created additional personal angst, personal stress, personal drama for two men who are supposed to be your best friends and or your brothers on any given day. And you think that this is a good idea, that dusting him off and giving him a second chance all in the name of y'all trying to win and being able to compete is a good idea? If this does not come up in reference to creating conflict within the vortex and their interpersonal relationships, then I'm going to look at All-American sideways, and specifically the writer sideways, because there's no way that you try to dust Wade off, put him up against Jordan Baker, who is now starting to operate in his prime, and for all intents and purposes, as far as we knew a year and a half ago, he was not as good as Wade, and now you are bringing him back as the top contender to go up against Jordan, on top of all that Wade did to affect them personally. And I'm not going to say that you didn't think twice about it, Asher, but you thought twice about it and then still damn did it. It makes no sense to me. And while you were getting advice from Jordan, you didn't seem to allude to the fact that your bright ass idea was the fact that you were going to go ahead and give Wade a second chance. Because I think that Jordan would be a little less accommodating, a little less supportive if he knew that that was the master plan, which makes this feel a little bit manipulative, which takes me back to loyalty and which takes me back to his whiteness. He will always be a spectator, no matter what he has gone through with either one of these boys, both the biracial one and the true thoroughbred coming out of damn Crenshaw. He will always be a bystander, which is why and a spectator, which is why he is able to make a decision like this. And it's sad. Now, I know that it might not be as deep as calling into question a complete friendship around this, but again, a conversation needs to be had, and this is making me look at Asher differently. It's not going to erase all of the character development that we have seen play out for him over the last 5 seasons. However, I am looking at him differently, because is it this bad? Like, you are this desperate to win or maintain a winning streak or an possibility to win in this particular year, that this is what you're going to do? Hell, I would much rather, and I thought that they were alluding to it when we started the damn episode off with him, doing the workout and getting the checkups, and his heart murmur is making great progress. I'm like, I would much rather your ass lace up. I would much rather y'all pull JJ's ass off of the side of a mountain into back and get his ass the quarterback before you bring Wade up in here. There are no other options. And I get it. Like, Coach Mr. Montez is one of the first, or is one of 7 Latinx coaches in the league, one of the first to ever win a national championship at this particular university. It would be amazing for them to do it back to back. However, injuries happen, and the fact that we are now in an era where all of Asher's bread, butter, and specifically Coastal California's bread and butter and winning success is now going to be hinged on the shoulders of a character like Wade is beyond me. And honestly, I don't know if I'm if I have the capacity. I think I only have capacity for one little racist adjacent white boy to make his redemption. You trying to give me a Wade redemption arc, All-American writers, All-American creatives? I don't want it. I want to go on for the rest of my days disliking that deceitful ass man. And ain't nothing that y'all asses can do about it. I don't care if you partner him up with the newly reformed, the greatly reformed Asher Adams. Because decisions like this remind me that he was also the same boy that asked for Spencer to do a damn crip walk the moment that he met him. Yeah, get Wade up out of here before we start pulling Asher's cards for real. Now, since we talking about crossing the line, we're going to take our asses over to Crenshaw and talk about Olivia, who is doing her very first interview, who she decides is going to be none other than Grace James, who has the history, the backstory on her father at a time that she wasn't even thought of. She wasn't even a glimmer in neither her father and or mother's eyes. And while they are going back and forth, because Grace also invites Denise over, because Denise has all the damn Billy paraphernalia. It's giving stalker fan in high school, but we love you, Denise. Hey girl, hey. While they're talking about it, Olivia lets it slip in reference to, like, slight diss, a little bit of a joke, in jest about the affair. And I get it. It was awkward. It was weird. It caught Grace off guard. I could see how it hurts Grace's feelings. I appreciate Olivia for coming back later and trying to talk about it and additionally apologizing. However, that is the very first place that I went to when we started talking about this book. So the fact that everybody started to get a little bit flabbergasted, specifically Olivia, and that was her response, and that came out and she just couldn't believe that she did that, or she said that, or she let that slip. I was just like, I don't know how this wasn't one of the first things that you thought about when you said you were going to do a biography of your father. That's literally the first thing I went to. Don't forget the damn affair. And I'm glad that they didn't actually skip over it. Laura was noticeably missing in this episode, even though we get a moment where Layla and Olivia are talking before she starts or goes over to do the interview, and she, says that she actually ran it by her mom, and her mom is okay with it because she's not trying to do Olivia things. And I appreciated that. And I guess we didn't actually need to see Laura speak to her position or her feelings about it, because while that particular part of the storyline was rolling out, we did have the moments where we got to see Laura crying in the corner or underneath the island, and her kids not wanting to embarrass her by coming in, but then wanting to be there for her. So we got to see the weight of what the affair actually did on their side of things. What we didn't actually get to see, and what you don't realize that we didn't get to see, is how a lot of this has affected Grace. And I love that they packaged it in her not actually processing Billy's death versus processing the fallout of the actual affair, because her and Billy had such an intimate, special, but at the time of the series, platonic relationship. It spoke to a very nuanced relationship. And when you think about when Billy actually passed, we don't actually get to see Grace process his death. We get to see Grace be the mom to a son that just lost his Superman. We get to see Grace be a really good friend to Laura, who, you know, has come into her life and become very much so meaningful, and she just lost her husband. You get to see Grace show up for these kids who by proxy are basically like her kids as well, because she loves Olivia and Jordan like they are her own. And we never got any moments to see her actually unpack what it means to lose Billy for herself, whether it is tied to all of the history or even tied to the moment in time now, and Billy answering the call and coming to see about Spencer, because we're here because she called Billy and wanted to get Spencer out of Crenshaw, and he showed up for her. So I thought that was very dope, and I really appreciated it because it wasn't a thing that I actually had thought about prior to, and it made me almost tear up as well while we're watching her. Thought it was so powerful. So shout out to Karimah. They starting to redeem the parents a little bit, because at this point, in the first 2 episodes, I was just like, well, why are the parents here? If they just gonna go along and get along with everything that the kids do, then we don't actually need them there. But now, specifically in seeing that particular scene, I'm like, oh, we do need them here. There's still so much emotionally to unpack, and I really appreciate how they actually showed that. Now, going back to her conversation with Olivia, when it came out, Olivia just ran out, and then she had to come back and like walk it back and apologize. And Olivia asked Grace, were you and my dad still in love when y'all slept together? And Grace quickly and unequivocally said no. And I don't know if I believe her, but it's not because I think that she's intentionally trying to lie. I think that subconsciously she don't know, or maybe subconsciously she don't actually realize it. Not to say that you know, was desiring him secretly and you wanted to take him from Laura, because it doesn't have to always be that. But I do think that there's something to be said about love not dying, and maybe transforming and maybe adjusting, and maybe not being the same way that it was. But I'm not fully convinced that she wasn't actually in love with Billy at the time. Yes, the affair could have been a mistake, but you also could have had very real feelings that were still there, which allowed y'all to tap into those actions that ultimately led to the mistake. But us unpacking, it really felt like old All-American. It gave season 1 and season 2 vibes, and y'all know I'm here for it. I love a little bit of nuance. I love a little bit of going in depth, and I think that this particular storyline did a great job of doing that. And again, I'm very glad that they did not shy away from it when it comes to Olivia and this book, and not only displaying how Grace has to deal with her feelings and allow herself a moment to grieve, but then ultimately Olivia and feeling triggered in a moment and having her resentment of Grace that she didn't even know that she had come out, so that can be put on the table and it can be dealt with. And then also it was an Easter egg placed as, you know, Olivia was interviewing Grace about her relationship with Billy, where Grace mentioned that Billy and her did a great job of loving each other. And ultimately, at the end of the episode, Olivia turns to Spencer and asks, like, do you think we do a great job of loving each other? And he gives her all the reasons like why they do. And I thought it was brilliant in them leaving it open-ended and her not actually going on, because at the end of the day, she pulled that from an example of 2 people who might did a really great job of loving each other, but ultimately did not end up together, and ultimately decided that they weren't actually meant for each other, even though they had very meaningful places in each other's lives as they grew up and as they moved through life and moved forward. So this feels like a little bit of foreshadowing to maybe a mindset that Olivia might be in, or a road that she might be on, and exploring if she is going to stay in this relationship with Spencer, or what it would look like if she didn't, and ultimately not wanting to lose him. And I think that Grace is going to be the example that she looks to if she decides to get out of the relationship with Spencer, but still wants to maintain him in her actual life, which y'all know I'm here for. I'm here for all the in-depth and the nuance. Let me know what y'all think about that, because that just came up for me, so I just decided to say it. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, also, people crossing the line, which not necessarily. Jordan's not set tripping a little bit too much, even though he gets a little too whiny for me at the top of the episode, because you don't need the pressure that Spencer's putting on you to throw to him. Spencer has had pressure on him since he came out the damn womb. every single game that y'all have ever played in, Spencer has had 2, 3, and or 4 times more pressure than you have. So if you're feeling a little bit tense because Spencer is on your ass about not passing him the ball, then you could actually take it for these 2, 3, 4, 5 games that y'all are actually having, because you have never had to experience the amount of pressure, the amount of weight, and fully carrying a team like Spencer James. And when you have been put in position to do so, your ass buckles. You fold like a damn lawn chair. So Jordan, I don't actually care about the pressure that you feeling and you whining to coach Snake in the damn grass. And y'all, I think I'm going to actively, intentionally not know this damn man's name because I have no respect for him and he disgusts me. I don't care that you're offensive coordinator right now. I don't care that you coming for Kenny's job because you're doing so in a snake ass way. I don't like your little tracksuit. And where the hell is your neck? I said it, y'all, because he's pissing me off. Like, it's one thing for Jordan to find his groove and to really lean into being his best and developing as a player. But the fact that he's going to wind up doing it on the behest of a snake ass man, I don't like that. And then what I don't like even more, because y'all know I'm like low key a slut for a little bit of interpersonal relationships and effective communication and emotional awareness, but I don't like emotional manipulation. And Jordan, you are so damn needy. You need to be chose and you need to be needed so bad that it's jumping off of you. Men like Coach Snake in the Grass can feel it, and he's playing you, bro. He is telling you everything that you have wanted to hear, and he's trying to be everything that you have wanted to be associated with. And ultimately, he is using you, one, to get up under Kenny's skin and to get Kenny's job, and ultimately to bring somebody else in, because quiet as kept, Jordan, you might be talented, but you might not be super great as you want to believe. And the way that you move about the world, the way that you move about practice, the way that you move about the football field literally points to it. Your coach tells you, yo, let's kick it. And I don't even like this coach, but let's kick it and talk about how we're going to actually get you to the next level and how you're going to be my go-to guy. You talking about I got wedding planning for 2 years out as a collegiate junior? Jordan, like, stop playing in everybody's face and your own. You don't actually want this as bad as you trying to allude to. You only get motivated to do so when somebody gives your ass a damn attaboy. And it's getting very pathetic that you need so many goddamn attaboys. It's annoying watching Coach Snake in the Grass literally play Jordan over his deep, like, being able to smell, see, and feel on Jordan that he just wants to be chose so bad. It really chaps my ass. It annoys me so bad because, one, I don't actually think that Jordan deserves what is going to come from this. But two, it don't even take all of that. Like, you literally just want to get married and have this little happy ass life. You low key want kids right now. And that hasn't come out verbally, but that's what's jumping off of you as well. And it's like, just go be happy. Just be in a relationship. Just be present. You spending so much time chasing that you really should not be chasing. And it's speaking to your lack mindset. Not that you're actually lacking, because you're not lacking in love. You're not lacking in support. And it's just annoying me. It's annoying me so bad because Jordan's deep desire to be chose and to be needed, paired with Coach Snake in the Grass, is a lethal combination for the GAU program. They might be winning now. However, it's going to get bad and it's going to get ridiculous. And I hate that Jordan is going to suffer not only athletically, but he's going to suffer mentally because this man is not who he believes he is. And it's all because you think that this man is going to slide into a position that you hope that your father would have been in. And your father didn't even hold that position well, because your father didn't even choose you half of the time. Like, there's also part of it of me being tired of, like, Jordan still being stuck here. Are you still in the place where you just want to be somebody's guy? You still in the place that you just want to be chose so bad, but you don't want to do too much to have too much pressure? Like, sir, I'm gonna need you to be for real and be for real expeditiously. And none of that negates the fact that Spencer lost his damn mind at the top of the episode. You him? That is not something that Spencer James would actually say. So part of me is pissed with the damn writers because y'all are pushing a narrative, and I get it. You wanted to communicate a fall of Spencer or him losing himself, but y'all literally are skipping so much time that you're not actually showing us the build up to that. And then you got him saying lines that don't make sense for him to actually say. And I would need to see a build up before I actually believe Spencer talk about he's him, neutron, he's him. No, sir, you are, but that's not something that you say. That's something that we say about you. But, and going back to the character, Spencer was 100% wrong. I don't think that he was wrong for putting his ass on defense and showing Jordan exactly what it is and what it ain't, because he had that little slick ass line talking about something. It's funny how your greatness is dependent upon me actually getting you the ball. Sir, I was great whether you was my damn quarterback or not. Last time I checked, you only seemed great as a quarterback anytime I was the one catching the goddamn ball. La. Be clear. Chris walked so that your goofy ass could stumble because your ass is not running. So like Jordan, not too much, but also Spencer, not too much. You prove your point in having the damn interceptions and having the damn deflections. You do not need to be screaming you better than everybody on the damn football field because you want the ball, because you feeling the pressure, because some rude ass agent decided to tell you that you slipping. Like, Spencer needs to grow up. And like I said in the last breakdown, I struggle to believe that he's mature enough to go to the league, even though by the end of the episode, we finally got there. He didn't realize certain things. He started walking things back. But I'm talking about at the top of the episode where I'm going to be on his ass, right? I struggled at the top of this episode because this just showed that you're not that damn mature. It's been a couple games. You not catching. They not throwing you the ball. But y'all's asses are winning. A win is a win. Is your speed still up? Are your hands still great? When given the opportunity, like Coop said, would you be able to perform? Yes. So sit your ass down and shut up, Spencer, because you get on my nerves whining. Anytime anybody puts a little bug into his ear of like, oh my God, your dream could get snatched from you, he believes it. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You have been working since you were a child. You've been working since Pop Warner to make it to the league. Nobody has the power to snatch your dream away from you. You are the one who has the power to flush that down the toilet. And that's exactly what you're doing if you decide to get in your ego bag. You decide to get in your arrogant bag. You decide to get unfocused. You decide to get disrespectful. You decide to stop being a damn team player. You will be the cause of your ass not making it to the league, Spencer. Your immaturity, your lack of focus, your selfishness. If you allow all of that stuff to get to you and get into your head and lead front and center, that is how you don't make it to the league. No goofy ass, white bread ass agent who don't actually see you with a bomb assistant, but don't actually see you can change that. No goofy ass coach, whether it's Coach Kenny and or the offensive coordinator, Coach Snake in the Grass, is going to do nothing about it. Spencer James is 100% responsible if his ass, one, makes it to the league, and two, can sustain a career in the damn league. And I'm so sick and tired of him not understanding his power. He hands his power away so willingly to everybody, and it pisses me off to no end. At some point, when are you going to learn? You take the bait every single time. Stop being dumb. But you know, by the end of the episode, he realizes that he goes and makes amends. He apologizes to the little freshman from Crenshaw. Love seeing him in the Crenshaw halls. Love the little parts of Billy and him, the little photo, the little nods to Billy Baker. Love that. Y'all shouldn't have killed him off, but I love that. And you know, we might make it to the end of the episode. My blood pressure is not as damn high, except for the fact that Asher's doing some goofy So Spencer, we don't have no beef, but also stop stressing me out and getting on my damn nerves. Don't piss me off, Spencer James. And over to one of my favorites. Because Layla, I don't know what they're doing, who is styling this girl this season, but every look was a fucking look. And yes, Olivia looks cute, but Layla, them clothes, utterly stunning. And I wish that they would have given a little bit more time. However, it does feel really good in reference to the pacing and the time that they did use to talk about how she's floating in the middle and how she can't really get excited, but she also can't get overly depressed because of the formulation of her antidepressants. Baby, we didn't even know you was on those. Okay, this is little meat and potatoes that I love to see. Ryan, you are causing problems because Jordan is a little jealous bastard. However, these conversations need to be had whether you are there or not. And if you're going to be the catalyst to prompt them, then keep doing your little messy ass do so that we can get down to what we need to get down to. It seems like Layla's going to adjust her formulation so that she can get a little bit more excited and be in it because she feels a little bit guilty because Jordan trying to make her ass feel guilty. However, she has a lot going on. But I am here for the storyline of a person who has struggled with depressive episodes, who is trying to manage that and trying to function, who is being an entrepreneur, who hasn't actually gone to school and has a lot on her shoulders on her own, and trying to do the best for herself while also being in a relationship and figuring out what that looks like. I actually kind of love that. Now, Jordan is still on my list and not good enough for her. However, her trying to navigate it and show up for him and hopefully realize when he's guilt tripping her and doing a little bit too much, but then also realizing where she needs to stand on her word and be on her business when it comes to her relationship, and again figuring out that nice balance. I'm actually here set to see it, and I'm also here to see every last one of the looks, because like I said, Miss Mama's looked amazing. And on top of that, she had really great advice for Olivia this episode. So I guess y'all are friends. Even though the whole little moment with her, with Olivia and Grace and the triggering of the feelings, I'm like, oh, hidden feelings can get triggered, huh? Are we going to get Layla to lash out on one of the freaking frack? Is Olivia going to catch a stray after she come up off of these antidepressants? Because I would be here for that as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, y'all, because I didn't anticipate for the video to be gone this long. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything. Shout out to Jabari. We got to see in this episode over at Coastal California holding down and questioning Asher like, what the hell, sir? But I'm going to ride for you because I want to win too. We love it. It looks like he's doing well. He looks amazing. We're going to talk about more of this in the live. If you don't catch the live in real time, it will be available on replay. And I will come back and drop the link to it in this video description box so that you can check it out and get more All-American content and conversation from your good sis you love to talk TV with. I thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the episode in the comment section down below so that we can keep the conversation going in the meantime, in between time. And I'm going to see you in the next one.